this this process of spiritual awakening, enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, is pretty amazing. You know, some of the downloads you get and stuff like that is crazy. And even how your day and stuff. Anyway, doesn't matter. I've had a bit of a strange morning, but that's another story for another day. Today's topic is talking about sex, and there is nothing casual about sex, like literally nothing casual about it. What you have to realize is that I'm African, right? So historically, me as an African, and even now, if you go to some of the tribes, we don't even wear clothes, right? But the men don't walk around erect, you know, sleeping with the women randomly, yeah? Every chance they get. That's an illusion. That's not true. If you follow any tribe, or if you know, even some of these exploitative voyeurs that go to parts of Africa to go and follow these tribes for their YouTube channels and stuff like that, if you watch, you realize that sex is actually very, very low in terms of their hierarchy of needs. You know, most young men, you know, the first thing they're taught is how to provide for themselves, provide for their families, be strong, capable, you know, find a trade, whether it's hunting, whether it's gathering, whether it's fishing, whatever it is, right? And these guys are naked. So how have they figured out okay, so here's the question. How have people that are walking around naked figured out how to control their sexual urges, and people that wear clothes 24/7 haven't? And it's the same, like historically, this is not just unique to Africans. If you go to South America, whatever, like even in European kind of groups or whatever, when they lived in caves and stuff like that, right? They weren't just going around just like having sex every second of the day, right? Because you need to focus on other things. There are more important things. But then people will say, oh yeah, well, it's because now, you know, everything's like been provided for, people have like access to resources and blah, blah, blah. That's not the point. Having access to resources, then your sexual urges still need to be suppressed. You need to still focus on things like even animals, yeah? Even animals don't go around. Animals are basically walking around naked 24/7, yeah? But even animals have a season where they have sex. So they wait for the females to go into estrus, or what we call go in heat, and the males can smell it. That's when they have sex. Sex has a purpose. Then once that season is done, life goes back to normal. And this even applies to your pets. So think about it. Even your pets, right, that have access, you know, their resources are provided for, food, they don't just go around just like, I don't have pets, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but from my experience, I don't think they go around just having sex every second of the day. And I remember when I was a kid, when you saw the street dogs and stuff like that, when they had sex, when it wasn't a period where they were supposed to have sex, right? The males will get locked into the female. Like the female's sexual organ will literally catch the male, and he'll be trapped, stuck to the female. He couldn't take himself off. It's a real thing. I seen it when I was a kid growing up in Africa. But my point is, like, casual sex is actually a waste of human energy. It's actually a waste of human potential. And this is why the system supports it. What you have to realize is that anything the system supports is bad for you. Literally. Every single thing the system supports is bad for you. Casual sex, oh, moving with your boyfriend before marriage, blah blah blah. I don't believe in marriage, yeah. I don't believe in it as a concept. I don't think that it's not really for me. But I do believe that you need a stable home to raise kids, and I think that if you're going to have sex, it has to occur within those sorts of frameworks for the strength of the society and the benefit of the society. But I don't believe in it in the Western kind of way, you know. No, I think that's complete dog shit. But I think this fascination with sex is killing people, man. What you have to realize is the sexual energy is your creative energy. It's a very powerful energy. That's the stuff you create life with, man. So imagine the thing you can create life with. Imagine what it can create when it's harnessed correctly. Rather than just chasing tail, just like chasing tail. And don't get me wrong, I've done it. I did it in my youth. I did it. And it's a stupid thing. It's not fulfilling. I've done the missions, you know, I've done it all. It's literally the most pointless thing. You waste money, you waste resources, you waste energy, you waste everything. You find yourself in situations that you shouldn't even have been in. It's such a mess, you know. You gain nothing from it. You gain nothing from it. Like, it doesn't, there's not one perk you can tell me, especially for male, you get from sex. There isn't one. There literally isn't one. Oh, it feels good. Okay, cool. It's a feeling. Feelings are fleeting, yeah? They come and go. 20 minutes after that sexual encounter, all you have is just the memory of it. There's nothing tangible, like, oh yeah, it was, okay, cool. Like, there's nothing to show for it. You've lost energy. You need to literally sleep to reload your energy. It's vital for us to really harness this energy if we really want to ascend and really step into our divine energies. You know, even if animals can figure it out, you know, birds are not walking around just like randomly fucking every second of the day, blah blah blah. Like people I know people might say, oh, look at bonobos, they have sex, da 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 da. But in their social hierarchy, right? They use it for social cohesion, and everybody's aware of it. There's no infidelity, there's none of that shit. Like, they all know that's what they do. But we are humans, and we're trying to live by a certain code of ethics, right? That we know that it's not really realistic, and we're just like, you know. And that's why I say that once you decide to really discipline yourself, you will see the merits in really harnessing that energy and using it wisely, and not just like sleeping with people. Furthermore, bro, listen, we talk about consciousness and the matrix screen and all the rest of it, yeah? There are demonic energies out there. There are entities, yeah, that are not human. They are vortexes. They're just there to harness your energy. Jezebel spirits, they'll come to you and, bro, they will just infect you with all manner of things, all manner of demons. You think some of those crazy thoughts you have are yours, especially when you're in that world? You think some of those things that keep happening to you, you just think, oh, why the fuck is this happening to me? You think that's all an accident? It's not. It's like, you know, in the digital framework, you know, when you go into a website, it says, oh, do you want to accept these cookies, blah, blah, blah. When you have casual sex, you're basically just accepting cookies from all sorts of people, and they all leave a trace, a marker on your signal. So everywhere you go, it hangs on to you, yeah? Bro, this stuff is deep, man. So If you really want to step into your divine power, be in communion with God, man, you need to stop the casual sex, bro. Let it go. All the situationships, let it go. All the, little sneaky let it go. And it's almost crazy how society even advocates, being freaky, being this, all these like sexual perversions. Like, what happened to normal sex, man? Like, really, what happened to normal sex? People doing cartwheels, all sorts of stuff, swinging, this and that, prostitution, OnlyFans, all this weirdo shit. Like, if you step out of it, right, with a clear mind, it's weird. Like, OnlyFans, you got a woman, yeah, that is stripping on the screen, yeah, basically destroying her soul, yeah, and allowing demons to feed on her, yeah, in exchange for money, whilst men pleasure themselves looking at her image. Do you know how destructive that is to your soul? Do you know how destructive that is to your soul? It's almost like it's an inversion of God's creation. It's an inversion of God. It's an inversion of you. You're inverting yourself. It's terrible, bro. Don't do it. All these like sneaky links and she's there sleeping with demonic energies, dirty guys, dirty women. Some of these women, they go both ways, and bro, do you know how vile that is to your soul? Like, we all need to stop that shit. I've been celibate for let's see, what month are we in? In May, it'll be almost a year and a half. You understand? I think I slipped up twice in the early part. So let's say even if we scrap that, probably about a year, and I've had the clearest mind, the clearest thoughts. I communicate with my ancestors. I communicate with, like, my brain is just like firing. I feel like almost like a different, I even look different. Do you understand? You have to do the spiritual work. You need to cleanse. You need to cut cords, man. You need to cut cords. You need to cut cords. This life is not what you think it is. You didn't just come here, have a bunch of fucking casual sex, fucking go and live with some fucking woman in some shitty situation, and you have some kids in some shitty situation, and just, no, that's not life. And then you work and work and work, and then you vacation one week a year, 2 weeks a year for the rest of your life, and you die. That's not life. That's actually death. You're living a robotic life, man. So all that kind of stuff, man, we need to park it, man, all of us. And this is a PSA, man. Everyone knows what they do in dark, man, in the darkness. This is the age of Aquarius, man. Nothing that we do in them kind of places is not gonna, it's gonna come to light, man. So you need to cleanse your soul, man. You need to cleanse it all. Everything needs to shift. Everything. Shift it all.